Hi, it's February 20th, 2024, and I hope you found my TikTok. If not, I'm going to try putting up a link on my website within the next 24 hours. I've been putting some videos out on there, um, but I'm still like to check in here once in a while. So, I just, I've been grinding, man. I've been real busy at work and getting some work done. And, on the side, I got my kids, I got my book I'm still trying to work on. I've had some projects at the house I've worked on, and then I got my gambling. So uh it's been a lot to juggle, and I've been hitting it real hard. I've been trying to just get as much as I can done in the time that I'm awake, and working as hard as I can to create a better world for myself and for um, the rest of this species. So that's what I've been doing. Um, it's tough that, my kids last night, they asked me, is life ever going to be fun again? I guess they really don't like school. They don't like being stuck there all day. And, the government mandates it, and I don't really have many other choices right now as far as them. So they're having to suffer through that. I'm having to suffer through the grind. And, I told him, if I didn't have hope that there will be fun again, that there will be joy again, I wouldn't still be here, I wouldn't be encouraging other people to stay here, um, because I do still believe that good things can come to be. Uh, I get confused sometimes trying to think about how that might shake out, but I have reasons for hope, and I, try to think worst case scenario because I want to know I'm covered in that scenario. But, I may have underestimated God in ways, and things could end up really surprising even me, um, in a good way. So, you know, grin and bear it. I think ultimately we need a spiritual revolution. I believe that when people turn their will and their lives over to God, that they become a part of God's army and that they start doing God's work. And I think there's a certain amount of God's work that needs to be done until we can all just enjoy ourselves. And I think the more people God's got in His army, the quicker we're going to get that work done, and the sooner we can get to the good times. So that's what I recommend. I hope everyone is managing okay. If anyone's living in New York, you can expect your prices to increase as some of the truckers and shipping companies to the city have cut off and boycotted the city. I've heard in one an anecdotal example that they had to pay 30% extra for a truck to be delivered today. That market's probably going to be pretty efficient. I don't know how fast that's going to change, how accurate that is in relation to other truck routes. I've only got limited information, but if you're living in New York, I really would think about getting out of Dodge, because there can be panic buying if the boycott, if suddenly there are price spikes, then more people might start thinking, wow, this is something I need to get involved with, and start boycotting. Now, of course, the higher the price gets, the more truckers are going to be incentivized to be like, wow, let me go get that fare. So there is a negating amount, but you don't know how. And if people are panic buying, you could end up having some shortages and stuff, and some panic people, depending how bad it gets. We don't know how bad it'll get, but I would at least make sure you got a way out of town if you need to get out of town, and make sure you have some supplies on hand to at least get through a few weeks here. I think people should have that anyway, but just saying. So I don't know if I got any followers from New York, but thought I'd mention it. So I got a friend who lives out there, and she's been asking me information on this thing, and I told her, do your research yourself, look in the store, see if shortages are developing. Typically, toilet paper is going to be the first thing to run out because it's bulky, and the shelves clear quickly. So check the toilet paper aisle, see if it's shortages are developing, just so you know, because a shortage can develop into a major shortage quickly. And you probably got, like, from the point the store shelves are empty, if they did empty, you probably got like 48 hours to get out of Dodge before like things start getting crazy and people run out of food, and then all hell starts breaking loose. But I don't know, man. I'm out here in Arizona. So far things are pretty stable, but there's threats, and they exist everywhere, and people got to be cognizant of what's going on around them and trying not to set themselves up for failure. So with that, you guys have a good one.